Meanwhile, your boy Agent Orange had to pay up some money. Trump must pay E. Jean Carroll over $83 million. $83 million in defamation damages. And that was ruled from a jury of his peers. Should I never gave you, oh, my bad. 83 million. 83 million dollars. Trump has to pay. The punitive damages alone was like over 60. It started out where he had to pay $5 million because he lost in court for defaming E. Jean Carroll, who he's guilty by the grand jury of sexual assault. And they awarded E. Jean Carroll $5 million. But old Agent Orange, he had to go run his mouth. He was already held liable for $5 million. And this time E. Jean Carroll's attorneys were asking for another $10 million. They weren't even asking, they was asking for like 10 more million. But then the whole time during the trial, Donald Trump kept defaming the young, I mean, she ain't young, but the woman, we're just gonna say the woman. And he just wouldn't stop. And so they had made your boy pay. Donald Trump defames E. Jean Carroll while testifying on the stand during defamation case. Attorney Joe Galena breaks down what you need to know. Today is a long-awaited day where Donald Trump is taking the stand in defamation suit brought by E. Jean Carroll. He is already going as badly for him. It's already going as badly for him as you can expect. First, before he even testified, Trump reportedly stated that he never met E. Jean Carroll. Something photo evidence already proves is a lie. Next, Trump took the stand and testified that E. Jean Carroll said something which he considered a false accusation. That is a defamatory statement, and he has already been found liable for sexual assault. This is another lie, and he and E. Jean Carroll's lawyers can submit as evidence. The simple fact is, Donald Trump cannot stop defaming E. Jean Carroll, and he's going to pay dearly. Why is this a big deal? Every single time Donald defames E. Jean Carroll and alleges her accusation was not true, he opens himself up to another trial and more damages. He was already held liable for $5 million, and this time E. Jean attorney was asking for 10 more million. I think Donald is really misguided here, and he's already opened himself for far more damages than rewarded in the first trial. So that was before they found out how much money that Donald was gonna have to pay. That was like during the trial when he took the stand. Here go him lying lying and defaming E. Jean Carroll back in October of 2022.
I don't even know who the woman, let's see, I don't know who, it's Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah, that's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No,
here.
Carroll.
Oh, is that,
the person you just pointed to was E. Jean Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Point, your wife. And the woman on the right is your then wife,
I don't
Ivana?
know, this was the picture.
Ivana.
I assume that's John Johnson, is that?
That's Carroll.
Because it's very blurry.
Did he say it's blurry? Oh man, you lying sack of shit.
I don't even know who the woman, let's see, I don't know who, it's Marla.
It's Marla. Wrong again, buddy. Wrong again, buddy. Got him. You say Trump rubs turmeric on his face. I might need to do the same thing. I might need to put some turmeric. You know what I'm saying? Put some turmeric on my lip. Anyway. bad jokes, man. Trump is, you know, he just can't shut his mouth, man, and he fuck his own self up with his big ass mouth. Talking about that's Marla. They got him. 83 million. Here's another report.
Enormous damages amount, unprecedented damages amount, is to tell Donald Trump to shut up. Right? If you could think of it this way, every time Donald Trump wants to insult Jean Carroll, he's going to have to write a $40 million check for each sentence. That's how bad this is. I can't believe his lawyers haven't succeeded in just telling him, look, campaign for president, run for president, make your accusations about a two-tiered justice system, but leave this alone. Stop attacking people who are no longer public citizens. Stop attacking people where you've already lost and the court has already said what you've done is liable, because every time he insults her again, he's going to have to cut another $20 to $30 million check.
So with that $20 to $30 million check and the temptation of him not to let this go unanswered, he's going to answer it. He's going to say something. His lawyers are going to tell him not to. But what is the risk there? If he makes no more derogatory comments and just comments on this being an obscene amount of money and keeps it at that, then what?
I think that's okay. He can say, look, I think I shouldn't have lost. I think I'm being treated unfairly. Just he has to stop repeating the same things he said before and which he's lost again and again. And I think that's the other message behind this large verdict, is not just that he should stop insulting Jean Carroll, but he has to stop disrespecting the justice system. I think that's why the judge wouldn't let him testify. He only testified for, 3 minutes a few days ago.
Right.
Why he wasn't allowed to contest things is because by continuing to defy the court by saying these things, he's showing a fundamental disrespect for the justice system and for the views of his fellow citizens, the jurors. I mean, this is not a judge who's punishing him. This is a randomly selected jury of his peers.
And at that, the jury was actually mostly men. Both times. It was 6 men, 3 women in the first trial, and the second trial, it was 5 men. No, actually, it was 7 men in the first trial, and then it was 6 men who awarded, 6 men, 3 women on the jury that awarded him those $83 million. Shit. Defame me, Donald. Defame me. Goodness gracious. But that's your boy. That's your boy. A lot of y'all, you know, it's a lot of undercover Trumpies. The Trumpies feel like, hey, man, it's nothing, man. You know, he good, man.
I don't even know who the woman. Let's say I don't know who.
I don't know who she is. You know now. Oh, you know. You got to pay that money. You know my joke. You know my dude. You know. I don't even know who she is. Yeah. Bet you know now. So this is not a laughing matter. This is very, very serious. Meanwhile, Trump says that he's going to appeal this, and he says that Joe Biden is Biden them trying to, you know what I'm saying, stop me from running for office. Biden ain't got nothing to do with this, man. You defamed that woman when you was president in 2019, and them folks took you to goddamn court for it. And then you just wouldn't shut up. You put this on yourself, DT. On your goddamn self. And I don't know, man. Even his lawyer is a damn fool. Let's listen to what his lawyer had to say, because she gonna try to blame Joe Biden too.
No. I'm glad you asked me that question. No, I'm not having any second thoughts about representing President Trump. It is the proudest thing I could ever do. What I am having second thoughts about is the license that I stand here with that the people in there are supposed to have. I have not spoken because I respect my ethics while I'm on trial. But let me now speak about what has happened. I have sat on trial after trial for months in this state, the state of New York. Attorney General Letitia James, and now this. Weeks. Why? Because President Trump is leading in the polls, and now we see what you get in New York. So don't get it twisted, whoever asked me that question. I am so proud to stand with President Trump. But I am not proud to stand with what I saw in that courtroom. I'm not finished. Let me just finish and I'll take questions, please. Before I walked into court, that judge decided that every single defense President Trump had, we were not allowed to raise in front of the jury. It is in writing, and I encourage the journalists, the real journalists, to take the minute to look at his orders. There was no proof. And I couldn't prove that she didn't bring in the dress. There was no DNA. There was no expert. My experts were denied. Two of them were denied to come in. They didn't let me bring up that Reid Hoffman funded Miss Kaplan. And you know what we got in there? That my witness, who was her friend, who said that she is a drug addict and the drug addict is herself. That friend, I found out in there, was paid for by Miss Kaplan's firm, and that is disgusting. That is a violation of everything I stand for, and that is why I stand with Trump. And that is why so many Americans are so proud that he is running again and so excited to run to the ballot box. But don't get it twisted. We are seeing a violation of our justice system. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not allowed to be stripped of every defense that you have. You are not allowed to be told that you can't bring it up. And imagine a point where a judge tells the lawyer, before your client, the former president of the United States, the leading candidate and obvious nominee for the Republican Party, before he takes the stand to defend himself, Ms. Haba, tell me the questions you're going to ask in open court and tell me exactly what he's going to respond. And then edited my questions, edited the response he was allowed to give. And guess what my client did? He took the stand. He abided by the rules of this corrupt system that I have seen. We will immediately appeal. We will set aside that ridiculous jury. And I just want to remind you all of one thing. I will continue with President Trump to fight for everybody's First Amendment right to speak.
Well, I just want to cut in for a second, because when she says that they're going to immediately appeal, in order to appeal, I've done a little research, and it seems that to appeal, he is going to have to put up $83 million. In order to appeal, Donald Trump is going to have to put up the bond of $83 million to appeal. And if he loses the appeal, the money is gone just like that. Will Donald Trump be able to say he don't got it? Will he be able to declare bankruptcy? Not necessarily. Donald Trump is also on record. He took the stand and said that he has $400 million liquid. He's supposed to be worth billions of dollars. And he said on the stand that he has $400 million liquid. So if he declares bankruptcy, he will not only perjure himself and have to go back to court and possibly face contempt and go to jail, but he would have to forfeit his assets. And his assets may end up being worth more than the $83 million. So they're going to break down all his assets, and this property is worth this much, that property is worth that much, you have some money over there in escrow, whatever. And they're going to seize all that if he try to declare bankruptcy like his lawyer buddy, Rudy Giuliani. And I mean, also, do we also have to factor in the fact that Donald Trump owes Russia because he took out loans from Russia? Yeah. But he also got properties over there in Russia. You know, he make a lot of money with Russia. It's no wonder why he feels that he can stop Russia from going to war with Ukraine. But can he though? Will he though? But yes, we got a lot of people I've been seeing endorsing Trump. A lot of black people say that they're going to vote for him this time around because he helped them get a stimulus check or because he donated money to the HBCUs, which every president pretty much has donated. It's like some money that's automatically like divvied out to states to go towards HBCUs, but Donald Trump did give a record amount. He raised the amount that was going to the HBCUs. Did that money get to the HBCUs? That is the question that you have to ask.